All right.
So you're wandering down to the market.
What is the general mood that I'm sensing? Like, are there people milling about out here, or is it pretty
Not
empty?
not many. It is fairly empty, but there's no one alone. There's no one alone. As we're walking down to the market, you hear some commotion inside of a house. Um, you hear a woman screaming, and you hear some guys kind of barking orders inside as well.
I go to the nearest stall and ask what is going on over there.
Well, the lady she tells you, well, they're checking for vampires. Can't trust the ones that never come out in day.
Vampires?
Yeah, yeah. Every night, another person's dead. We know for sure. There's a vampire or something around in this town, and we've been searching. I don't think it's one of us, but I can't convince everybody of that. Uh, so that and you never know. You never know who's going to get turned. Maybe there's more than one now. Maybe one of us isn't one of us anymore. And she's talking to you. You hear the commotion as two guys drag a woman out of the house into the sunlight, kicking and screaming. And once she's out there, no, she's not burning, Hans. Then the guys just walk
She
off.
didn't glimmer in the sunshine. She's not a vampire.
Exactly. She's not burning. Not burning.
And is this something that happens every day? They're dragging people out into the sunlight?
She tells you, yeah, the we've only started doing that the last couple days, but after we haven't been able to find anything in all the empty houses, but we're still searching. We'll find it
Well, this
eventually.
isn't a very big town. Wouldn't you be able to figure it out pretty quickly by just getting everyone to gather outside? Because this is like there are less than 500 people here now, right?
Yeah, there's probably about 100 people here. But
Okay, then yeah, my question stands.
she's like, well,
Wouldn't it be?
people are not everyone's going to want to come out. Yeah, some people they just won't want to come out. So we have guys going from door to door, dragging people out. We only
But we
know.
already established that the attacks only happen at night, so why are you fearful during the day?
But we don't. That's when we search. That's why we search during the day.
And you're sure it's vampires?
What else could it be?
Uh, I heard news of witches in Karlstad. Could they have anything to do with this?
I guess that could be true, but I hear they're peaceful folk. They're outlawing law in the area. They're outlawing war. No more war, they say. I don't see why they'd be killing people.
No more war. And how are they doing this? Taking away people's weapons?
Yeah, yeah. You see them out on the road sometimes. I see them come into town, but we don't have much weapons here anyway.
And even though the Swedes are just north of here, people are throwing away their weapons.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they have to be a bit forceful, but it's for a good cause.
If you say so.
So, I lost my son fighting in this war, and I'm done with war myself. I think is a good thing.
So like I'm looking around a little bit, and what are the stands around here? Like what are the things for sale?
Well, they're going to be fall vegetables for the most part. So you have food. There's gonna be some meat for sale as well. But mostly it's like you'd see at a farmer's market. They're mostly just farmers.
Okay. Are there any like tools or anything for sale, or is that mostly just stuff that people make themselves?
You could you could ask someone to see if anything like that's for sale.
I was more just trying to discern like the how well off the town is through like the quality of their, I guess, tools.
Well, I mean, it's an average German town from what's left.
Okay.
They're not particularly well off, but they're not bad off either.
Well, seeing nothing that particularly interests me, I will go to the inn, I suppose, and join my two other party members.
All
Muttering to myself something about vampires.
right. All right, so you guys will all join up.
What time of day is it right now?
It's still, mid morning, getting
Okay.
towards noon, about noon, but and your guys' meals have arrived by now, and you're eating. So
How much do the meals cost?
it was a copper for the meal, a copper for the beer.
Oh, nice.
User in your channel timed out.
Uh-oh.
Who'd we lose? Ah, Guardian.
Guardian. Alright, I start chowing down my food.
I'm already finished.
Is the food of any quality, or is it pretty bad?
User entered your channel.
There he is.
And we're back.
Yeah,
Nothing happened. Everything is fine.
you're all dead.
You now have a dick drawn on your head.
Uh-oh. What?
um.
Yeah, right, you'd fail that sneak roll. Don't even.
So, all right. So they're talking about how they're finished up their food. That's not particularly good quality. It's going to be like, boiled cabbage and mutton type stuff. I mean, you get what you pay for.
It's food. It's warm. That's all that matters right now.
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
Do we see Kathleen walking back in?
Yes, you do.
Oh, hey, Kathleen. Wave her over to us.
I joined them over. Are you at the bar or at a table?
At the bar.
Okay.
All right, and as you walk up, the bartender's a little bit more cheery than he was for the other two, and asks you if you want anything.
I'll have a drink.
So, all right, there'll be a copper.
Alright. 1 copper.
Is all right. There you go, my lady. Pushes your beer across the counter.
I'm assuming I catch it.
I'm assuming so, too. Yes. So,
Gotta roll a test for that.
Oh my god. Natural one.
Drops the beer.
Beer goes all over the floor. Glass breaks, take 2 damage.
Splashes on some buff guy's face. It's mad. Starts a bar fight.
Let's
Hey,
start
so-
a riot.
So we heard there were some vampires in the area.
I heard similar things. They were even dragging people out of houses to check to see if they were vampires.
Really?
Just snort.
That sounds like a
I've never
very
heard of
good
such
way to do it.
absurdity.
Well,
Why
something's
would
killing
the-
them. Let's kill what's killing them and get paid, though. They'll pay us something. They say the bartender would probably say.
Pay us something.
Yeah, they said they'd scrounge some silver together, and it's good to have a village that you're not hated at in the local area.
True. How do you think we should find them?
Well, I haven't done anything to make people hate us. What did you guys
We're
do?
strangers. They didn't like us.
And his mic is dead.
Yeah, all I heard was
Hello?
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 Okay,
Alright,
we can
you're
hear you
there.
now.
okay, yeah.
Alright, so what were you saying?
They already hate us. They already dislike us. We're strangers when they're fucking getting picked off once a day, sort of deal. Although, from what it sounds like, I don't know if I've always imagined vampires to be more meat than just ripping people's throats out. But what they're saying is true, and the body ain't like completely mangled. It ain't gonna be wolves or some such, so it might be a magical creature. Because the bartender said that it was only like the throats were ripped out, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you've heard.
Oh, by the way, my dog followed me in. Did anyone object to that or do anything?
No, no.
My dog is sitting next to me. Okay,
It's a farming town.
This is a farm town. They're used to it.
good.
I pet Kumo and tell him he's a good boy.
Alright, well, I mean, nothing much is going on. I don't know if you guys are just gonna wait around in the tavern for now. Or,
Is this
what
a
you guys plan on
tavern
doing?
only, or is there like an inn above also?
They rent out some rooms, yes.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we have to wait till nighttime anyways. Let's go explore the town a little bit.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
actually looking and seeing if there's any like singular entrance into an out of town, or actually, I'm gonna look around to see where like the people have disappeared from. If there's any area that they've gone from, or if it's just random all around. Gonna ask around for it.
Okay.
Alright, and Kathleen, did you find anything useful at the market?
Not particularly. A lot of nonsense about vampires.
Oh, hey, bartender, is there a deputy or a mayor or anyone we could talk to?
He says, nah, the mayor left.
He
Left
left?
town for Wurzburg with most of the rest of the people. Everyone's leaving there for Prague right now, so Prague. There's this... People are afraid of the war. So, no,
Who's,
it's pretty much mob rule right now.
Is anyone heading up the search for the vampires that we could talk to?
I suppose you could talk to Gunther about that.
Where can we find Gunther?
Well, walk around town. I'm sure he's out either checking houses or checking people right now.
I mean, dragging them out of their houses.
Yes, exactly. How else do you expect to find out if they're a vampire or not?
All this vampire business.
Alright.
I'm incredulous and unbelieving that there's actually a vampire.
Okay.
Alright, I walk out to the door.
Okay.
Let's go find Gunther then and ask him some questions.
Alright. So you guys are gonna wander around town and find him?
I
Alright.
try to choke down as much of my drink as I can and then find myself unable to anymore, leaving half the drink.
You hear the bartender mutter under his breath. Women.
You gonna drink that, Kathleen?
It's all yours.
Alright, I chug the rest down.
Alright. So, as you guys wander around town, you know, unfriendly faces for the most part. People are mostly sticking inside. When they're outside, rarely do you see someone by themselves. Eventually, you hear a commotion from inside a house.
Gonna
So, you know,
investigate
this is
that
what they
shit.
did last time, and now they'll bring someone out of this house, and nothing will happen, and then they'll just go to another house.
This all seems like a lot of silliness to me. If there was a vampire here, they wouldn't stay in the town during the day. And with no guards or anyone here, anyone could be doing these murders.
I'm glad someone else is catching on here.
And soon enough, there's three men dragging an old lady out into the street. You know, and of course she's covered in mud because, you know, dirt roads, and
I scoff. This is their vampire.
they look at you. What do you know about vampires?
I don't see why the vampire would still be in the town during the day, if they knew you were searching.
He snorts and says, well, suppose you're right. Suppose you're right, but we have to do something. We have to search. What else is there to do?
I also found it interesting that you seem to only be checking if women are the vampires.
Well, you know, we're checking anyone who sticks to themselves around here and doesn't come out at day, and yeah, it tends to be a lot of women. Tends to be a lot of women.
So several of our party have some combat experience. We thought we might be able to help you guys. Are there any similarities or anything between the people that have been killed so far? Is it just randomly throughout the town, or are people being targeted?
Yeah, as far as we could tell, it's been people who been dumb enough to wander out alone at night, or people who are left alone, who have no family left, sleeping alone in their houses. Other than that, I can't really think of anything.
Have there been signs of forced entry or anything? Or guards at night that have reported anything?
Oh, we have no guards here, sir. It's just us poor farmers and shopkeepers. So, no, I mean, we never
Have
really
you told
find
the
them
Prince
in
Bishop
the
about all
town.
this business?
Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's locked up in his castle.
I would think nothing less for a little coward.
Yes, definitely a coward. Swedes take them, I say, even if they are heretics.
I let
Has there
the heretics
been any
comment
evidence of
pass.
Has there been any evidence of forced entry at night?
Yeah, you know, busted door, a busted window.
And everybody's the same, throat torn out, and that's all?
Throat torn out, you know. The blood's been drank. Usually they're pretty much bloodless. As white as the snow.
Any specific location that they like to, that the deaths have been coming from, or is it just all throughout town?
Yeah, it's been all throughout town. Even some of the farms, but not there's many people outside of town anymore.
If we wanted to get a glimpse of this beast or possibly encounter them at night, what would you recommend?
I don't know if that's a smart idea. I mean, I hear vampires can be powerful beings. Always seems to be people who are alone. That's all I know. That's all I know.
You tried setting up some bait, then following on them, and have you not tried that yet?
Who's gonna
I
volunteer
already
to
don't
be
like this
bait?
plan.
No one's gonna volunteer to be
I
bait
glance
for a
at Kyle.
vampire.
I glance at Carl, then glance sidelong at Kathleen.
Yeah, but you gotta have a plan. They may not even know it. They may not even know it's a person until they get right up on him. It could just be a sack of straws with some blood in it. Just blood spotted around. Light up the surrounding area and just burn them. You got any convicts? Any
I guess
convicts?
it's an idea. I mean, oh no, we don't have any convicts.
Anybody that the
They don't
town
even
just
have
wants
guards.
dead that we
They
could
have-
use?
Maybe if there was anyone we wanted dead in this town, they wouldn't be here anymore at this point.
There.
But I tell you what, you want to set up a trap? It's me and a couple of the boys. We might help you out.
Huh. Could think of something.
This is craziness.
I
Hey,
look at
someone's gotta deal with the vampire, right?
I look at Kathleen and just like, whenever you like for the 3 days you've probably known me, do I look like a sane individual?
My silence speaks volumes.
After looking hopefully at Kathleen again and seeing nothing there, I look back at Carl. Well, would you want to be the bait?
Well, so how is like I'm just gonna look around. Is there any like big town circle somewhere?
Well,
Like I just
there's
kind of
the market.
any town.
There's the market square, where they're selling mostly vegetables.
And are there any like concealed spots people could hide within near the area, just like at night?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of empty houses around. Yeah.
Okay. How much rope would it take to like make a little loop around like a good 20-30 foot area around so that if somebody walking by they'd probably snag on a rope or trip on a rope or something?
Well, pi is 314, so it's 30 feet in diameter. It'd be about 90 feet of rope.
I got 50 feet. So yeah, Guardian's got 50 feet, so we could just like tie up some rope all around the like just in a perimeter. Have people waiting in the houses nearby, and have the rope tied to bells or pots or something if we can find something. I'll bait them out, but as soon as those bells and pots start ringing, you guys got to come out and make sure I don't get fucked, boys.
Honestly, vampires? Are we serious?
People are dying in strange ways, so there's gonna be some mythical beast. Also, if we're doing this, do you have a church nearby, or a clergy, or anywhere we can get holy water?
He's like, well, there is the.
That is the most sane thing you've said all day.
Quiet.
Hey,
Men
you
are
said we should go to
talking.
the tavern. That was insane.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to Our Lady Parish.
Alright, that's the first thing we should stock up on then. Let's get some holy water and start thinking of ways we could set a trap. How much
Parish
flammable
has any ideas on combating vampires also. See if they have any experience in the past with that.
Also, we'll probably need lots. If this census is going on at night, we'll need lots of lanterns and light as soon as the trap is sprung. We need to see what we're fighting.
What's the townsperson's name again?
Start collecting.
Gunther.
Gunther, do you have supplies for lots of lamps and lighting some fires and torches?
Says, yeah, we can bring lamps and torches. We can do that.
Okay. Does this area look good right here in the square? And set up a perimeter here and have people hiding in the houses while Carl's out here at night.
Says, all right.
We can watch him from several of the windows and come out if he needs help.
We can do that. We can do that.
Kathleen,
Yeah, I'll get
Kathleen
5 or 6
isn't-
of my boys.
Perfect.
Kathleen, you're an archer, right?
That is correct.
Do you have any 2-story houses that we could just set Kathleen on to overlook the area?
By herself.
Oh, that's fair. Fuck, you're right. I mean, I'm gonna be baiting this shit.
Vampire never shows up. We go back. Kathleen is in the tower.
Well, looks like nothing showed up, guys.
I mean, she could probably be in the bell tower of the church. But...
All right, we're gonna go grab some holy water then, and just in case, if this is something truly spun by a witch, holy water should help.
Do any of your boys have bows or crossbows for hunting?
Says, I don't know. One of them might have a bow. I think one of the guys might have a musket, but that's probably it. I have my sword here. You know, it's my great grandpappy's sword, but other than that, it's gonna be axes and pitchforks.
You have any does silver do extra damage against undead? Or unholy?
I would imagine so. I've heard rumors of that before.
Was that an
I
in-character
I really
or
don't
a
know.
question
I don't.
for
That was
approval?
out of character, sorry.
Oh, oops.
Out of character. Out of character. It could.
I don't know if we'd know that.
It could be.
Okay.
I mean, of course, there's stories of it, conflicting stories. You know, it's pretty consistent with werewolves. Other undead, sometimes silver is a thing that kills them easier. Yes.
Any wood stakes about?
Oh,
You could just turn your arrow, just take the heads off your arrows, use them as wood stakes, fire them from your bow.
I don't think it even. I think it still count as a stake, but he says, yeah. I mean, believe me, we all have our wooden stakes. Every single one of us. I sleep with one under my pillow.
Have you been using garlic at all? I haven't dealt with magical creatures before, but I have heard rumors that may help.
Also, one last thing. Do you have any fishing nets, too?
You might go ask down by the river. I think there's a couple of fishermen, but I don't know if they use nets. You have to go ask.
Okay.
Alright, shall we split and get everything done? I can go.
Yeah, let's get some holy water for everybody. I'm gonna go see if they have any weighted nets that we could use to possibly entangle the bastard.
Alright, so,
Alright, let's go.
alright, so, guess I'll say about whoever's heading down to the riverside. There's still a couple.
I guess I was gonna head down to get some holy water first, and then head down to the riverside.
I'll stay in the square with Kathleen for now and help gather supplies and figure out good places for us to hide at night.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you go into the church. There's definitely a few people in there, praying, lighting candles, especially old women. Um, doesn't seem to be a priest left, but of course, by the entrance, there's the holy water.
Can I just like take a flask of it and leave?
Yeah, you can, you can.
Alright, I'm just gonna do that as silently as
Do you
I
have a
can.
flask?
I'm also just gonna listen to the voices here. Like, is there anything that stands out?
Wait,
Or...
Bio, do you have a flask?
No, I do not actually. I do not have a flask. I know, I do
He
actually
has
have
the
a. Sorry,
tankard
yes, I
he
do.
just drank out of.
Yes, I know, I do. I should.
Wait, you stole that from the tavern?
No, I have a. I should have. Where
Out of
is?
character, I have a couple flasks if you need to come back.
Well,
and get
no,
one.
I know I bought I spent the money for a water container, like an actual water flask. So I'm just gonna empty that out and pour in some
Pouring holy water in your flask.
Drinking holy water
Yeah.
tonight.
In your water skin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you holify it?
All right. So you have a holy water skin now, and
Then I'm just gonna head out down to the river
yeah.
side.
Okay. Yeah, and the voices are, there's people praying in Latin, so you don't know what they're saying.
By the way, there's nothing on 20 that we should be seeing right now, right? In terms of like a map or characters anywhere.
No, you shouldn't be.
Okay, that's just for like combat and stuff.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If there's going to be combat, that you have to see something, or maybe I want to drop a picture on there, then I'll do that. But
Okay.
otherwise, no. Okay, so you head down to the river. There's a couple old men, pulling in their boats for the day. There's definitely no young fishermen left in town.
So there's no fisher left, or just no young
Fishermen.
fishermen left?
No young fishermen. There's a couple old fishermen left, but that's it.
I just hail one of them. Oi, you there?
He looks at you suspiciously and then waves you
I'm
over.
looking to purchase a net. If you have any weighted net, I know some people use them for fishing. Could use them for hunting as well right now.
Says, yeah, I have a net. Things are hard to come by right now,
What's your price? And might I also mention I'm using this to try and solve your vampire problem.
Well, I could be helpful. But it doesn't help too much to live from a vampire and then die from starvation. So I have a net I can sell you.
How much? How much does the net cost? Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I have to roll,
Yeah.
roll here.
And you're not gonna like the answer.
No, you're not. 5 silver pieces. 5 silver
Whew.
pieces, so you have yourself a net.
3, and you'll get it one back when I'm done.
I'll get it back.
If it's not torn up, but that is part of your liability that you're assuming.
Alright, you have a deal.
Okay.
So he goes over to his...
This is like a
boat
weighted
and-
net though, so it's like a net with rocks or weights around the outsides that pull it down, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's meant for fish.
If not, we could craft it onto there.
Yeah. It's meant for fish. It's not going to,
Meant to
Yeah.
hold people.
yeah, it's not going to hold down
Hopefully
a person.
there's really big fish in that river.
Yeah.
Well, no,
The-
it's just
the
that
weight's
it
on the end,
allows
but-
it to actually like
You
know,
could
entangle
toss
them.
it. You could use it as, a man catcher.
we actually have rules for that, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, with that I'm just gonna head back to the square